The next installation into the Star Wars franchise is coming to Disney Plus, and I'm sure a lot of you all are going to relate to the tone, the feel, everything about the fun with this one. Without further ado, folks, let's jump into my review of the new series Star Wars Skeleton Crew. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new series Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which is coming to Disney Plus December 2nd. So 2 episodes are dropping, and then there will be a new episode weekly. They bumped up this release date by a few days or so. But I've been having my eyes set on this since D23, and I think all of the promotional work, I think the trailer, and then obviously the names that are involved with this, led by Jude Law, I was like, yeah, let's see what this one has. Now, for me, like straight up, of all the Disney Plus series that we've had, I've actually enjoyed them all. I know some had problems, some are great, some are like, mid to some folks. But for me, I just continue to enjoy the content because they're so diverse. There's such different feels and different pockets within the Star Wars franchise that how can you not just sit back and have fun? But this one's especially fun, because it is brought to you by the creators John Watts and Christopher Ford. And the thing that they did, and which I'm sure all of you all, by looking at this, once you do check it out, and for all the ones who can relate, it gives you that feel when you used to watch the film like the Goonies or Hook, like that kid friend, like when those kids are going on adventures, and what can go wrong will go wrong, but it's so innocent, so fun. And the fact that it exists in the Star Wars franchise, I mean, how can you not have fun with this one? So off the break, I gotta say, got to check out the first 3 episodes, and I will say that it does really establish pretty early that this is not your typical Star Wars project. Again, I think if you watch the Goonies, like you know exactly what I'm talking about there. That's established early in terms of like the tone and the feel. But like if you're looking for a Sith, or you're looking for lightsabers and all the typical stuff that we've had in the other series recently, you're not going to get that. It is about the kids and their dreams, their goals to be Force users, and just how big the universe is, and them really discovering themselves, but also still kids. They still got to go to school, they still got their friends, all the different things that happen within when you're in school. All of those things exist, and yes, this follows behind the adventures of Wim. Wim, played by Ravi Cabot-Conyers, and Wim is definitely just a kid to his purity. Like, he makes good choices, he makes bad choices, but he's still a kid. And from one day just trying to get to school to ultimately thinking he's discovering some secret Jedi temple that sends him and his friends into some location, shall I just say. Now everybody's looking for the kids, especially his dad, Windu, who's played by Tunde Adebimpe. What are you gonna do when your kid didn't come back home? So like on one front, you got these kids going on an adventure and they're trying to get back home, and the other front, you got the parent trying to bring his son and friends back. But they're having so much fun. Are they in such of a rush? But nonetheless, that's no here nor there. Of course, they're going to run into some other foes, including Jude Law's character, Jod, who is a Force user, and he's kind of clever. It's hard to make out what's his true motivations here. But the kids, of course, they're like, Force user. Oh my God, like he's the best. We're going to see if that could be actually trusted. So yeah, for the first 3 episodes, again, I think it does a really good job establishing what this pocket of the story in this universe is. It gives it its own feel. It's a little slow. A lot of the action starts to pick up on the 3rd episode, but the drama compounds pretty early. And also understanding that these four characters here, these four kids, understanding how characteristically they're all different, but how they all sort of work together. So I thought they did a really good job in terms of like establishing connections for us, the viewers, as once kids, in terms of like, who do you most relate to, or who are these people sort of remind you of? But also the kid in you it's just rejuvenated, because now you're just like, wow, if I was a kid in this universe, what would I do? What would I look up to? You know, if I had an opportunity to do this and that, what would I do? You know, and then, you know, those things, yeah, you'll see. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of heart, a lot of family. It's definitely family friendly, family oriented. There's some humor in there. And then they're just kids, adolescents. So of course you're going to see things. You're going to be like, oh, come on now. Did you really do that? But it's okay. It's okay. So listen, I think that up and down the board, I'm really enjoying this thus far. There is 8 episodes, so I thought the first 3, you know, did enough to keep me intrigued. I think the first 2 may have you a little on edge there in terms of, do you want to come back or not? But I promise you, by the 3rd episode, especially when you start to get introduced to more characters, I think you're definitely going to enjoy yourself a lot more. I will also say that the droids here, the droids are jerks, but as in all Star Wars properties, we always love the droids. We always like to see what the droids are going to bring, and these droids are something else, I will say. Also, you have Jaleel White in this, legend, as Gunther. You will see him, a little bit of him and his pirate crew and what they're up to. So like all of that and more, you know. So I definitely think this one is definitely worth a watch. I think again, with episodes being about 40 minutes ish and more, you know, they're easy watches, a lot of heart, a lot of fun, definitely a good time, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where this goes. So I know there's a lot of hate for the Star Wars franchise right now, and it's quickly easy to dismiss it, but this is definitely one that you just like, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy this. That's what you want to do. And again, if you love the Goonies and what the Goonies brought to you as a kid, you will absolutely fall in love with it in the same way. I know the Goonies is iconic. I know it's legendary, but if you still have that heart for those type of adventures with a little bit of comedy, and obviously this one was sci-fi, this is right up your alley. This is definitely right up your alley. So check it out. And once you do, jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this one. And as always, stick around for more reviews and content here at Big Old Belt Media very soon. Thank you for watching, folks.